Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for March 21st, 2026. We've got full random Saturday Kingdom today. And we've got Catapult is the only trashing. Okay. We've got Draw from Hunting Party and Menagerie. Oh, and Storyteller. Okay, I was going to say Hunting Party and Menagerie both like a variety of cards. Storyteller doesn't care though. Plus actions, Bizarre Fishing Village, and gains, Storeroom and Market Square give plus buy, and then there's also Smugglers, and Jester can also gain cards. Basilica, you want to have, generally the best way to get Basilica points is to buy multiple things, so you just like, the first thing you get gets the Basilica points. Okay. So I think opening with Catapult seems pretty clear. It's a question of just like what to pair that with. There's nothing on 4, so I don't have to worry about that aspect of it. I guess we can just take a Catapult. The bot has a 5-2. That doesn't seem good here to me. Let's see if the bot opens Catapult anyway. It could be Market Square, and then at least we had the option of gaining an early gold, which would help with hitting 5 a bunch, which is a thing that we're going to want to do. Oh, we've also got Barracks for plus actions, I forgot to mention, I think. Alternatively, I mean, if the bot opens Catapult, Menagerie looks potentially good. Kind of expecting it not to. Fishing Village is just like, is fine. I think I'll take the Market Square. I guess Smugglers isn't totally insane either. I think I'll take the Market Square. It did open Catapult, so I should have taken Menagerie, I guess. Oh well. Well, we could get a Menagerie now. Seems fine. It gets a second Catapult. That's pretty reasonable. I think I'm just going to get another Menagerie, though. Okay, well, we sure are hitting 3. We've got 2 Menageries down there. I'm wondering about... Maybe we need to take a Fishing Village so that we can take Smugglers. Yeah, I think so. Bot uses to attack with its Catapult. Well, I am going to attack. Unfortunately, didn't get to pick up the gold here either, but let's get that Smugglers, I think. Still refuses to attack, and the Smugglers is useless. Okay. Wow. This is crazy. You You could we could certainly use another menagerie. You could also just take another fishing village just to have a couple of them. I think I'll go with the fishing village. Well, if the bot ever attacks with its catapult. Its next turn. This card we would probably, well, we're not likely to activate like 3 menageries though anyway. Yeah, I'll take another fishing village. Okay. I guess buying nothing. I don't think I want Basilica points that badly. Come on, where's my smugglers? Well, it should probably be hunting party. We can get a menagerie in before the shuffle. Didn't get to our fishing village. I'd kind of rather do that than get another gold, I think. Well, seeing the gold's not bad either. If we trash a state here, we can get some Basilica points. The bot has only the 1 menagerie. So, like, attacking is pretty good. Yeah, I don't think getting Basilica points is that critical. Okay. Do we just take another hunting party? Probably. At some point, we're going to want to take Storyteller and combine that with the golds from Market Square, but as of at the moment, we only do have the 1 gold anyway. What is happening? Alright, bot got a hunting party. I don't really want to draw the other fishing village, I guess. Okay, we can activate this menagerie. Do we want a gold? I mean, I guess the answer is yes, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to lose my plus buy this turn. I'm gonna say yes. Alright. Hunting party. Should we consider getting something other than another hunting party? Like maybe a bazaar followed by a jester. Sure. Good job, Menagerie. Good job, Menagerie. Yes, a market square. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay. What's down there? Is it just... I want to make sure that my hunting party doesn't just, like, whiff. Which I don't know that I can make sure of that. I guess if I discard a market square, it won't. Yeah, I'll find the market square. Oh, wait, no, there's another market square down here. Well, it'll still find that market square. If I discard this one, I mean... Yeah, that's probably fine. Four cards, it's not deal, but it's probably fine. Oh, we didn't get to the other market square, only 2 buys. Okay. I do kind of want a Jester. Should we add a Storyteller now? Take the rest of the Basilica points. Getting this a Storyteller into the deck could be a good idea. These golds flying into my face, I hate it. What is happening? So play the Bazaar. Okay. Catapult the estate and gain 1 gold. Do we want to Storyteller a gold? Probably. Oh, wait, we've already got 3 coins. Okay. So that might be a little much. Activating this Menagerie seems extremely unlikely. I'm just going to play it. We... We have 8 cards to draw. Jester potentially gets us to 9. Smugglers potentially gets us to 10. We do have another hunting party. The 2 market squares are not stop cards. So that means we really only have 7 cards to draw. Storyteller is already going to draw 4 of them. Hunting party can draw a 5th. So I think the way to do this is play Jester and then play Storyteller without playing any treasures. Alright, 2 gold and a Bazaar. So can smuggle Bazaar and be guaranteed to draw that. Okay. Don't think there's much point in getting barracks. 1 more Storyteller is probably fine. We could definitely consider starting to green. Keeping one estate in the deck probably won't hurt too much, so we like catapult a couple more coppers, and then maybe we're done with that, or maybe we get more buys, or maybe we catapult some golds at some point. I guess that's actually pretty reasonable. Yeah, I think one more storyteller is good. And then we could consider adding another smugglers. We've got the actions for that, like Smuggler's Province, if we want to go that route. Oh, the other thing we could consider is Storeroom. Storeroom can help with Menagerie activation stuff. And it is another buy, which we don't desperately need, but... I think I do like getting a Storeroom. And yeah, now the question is just, do we province or do we add some more deck control? Because like we can obviously gain some more golds, ramp our payload that way. I mean, one province in the deck is definitely not going to like hurt too much, but do we need that now? I have trouble. I am having trouble assessing the bot's deck's capabilities. Like, it has a decent amount of gold, but the draw is like somewhat limited, and don't know. You know, I could have double provinced here. I don't think the bot can do any better than that. If the bot were to double province, I don't think it could add much deck control, and we could respond with double province and probably be fine. So maybe we don't need a province. In which case... Well, I guess we could have done better than double province if we weren't spending money on storyteller, but maybe that is an argument for taking a province. I mean, the bot does have less payload. Right? We have more bazaars. We have more fishing villages. We have the jester. Maybe we have more copper. Actually, yeah, we do. Could just take another hunting party. Yeah, I'll take another hunting party. There's the curse. Okay. We might want to pick up a second catapult now, then. I mean, whoa. Whoa! Double curse. Gold Jester Market Square. I actually know which one of those I want to smuggle. Also, how much money do we want to put into this storyteller? probably smuggle the market square. We have one more hunting party. We have 2 more bazaars, one of which is in the discard, but that doesn't matter for the purposes of how many cards we need to draw with Storyteller. Our hunting party is going to increase hand size by 1. The one that we haven't found yet. Then we have 13 cards to get through. Minus hunting party, bazaar, storyteller is 10. Minus a market square is 9. The easier way to count this would be the stop cards. 2 more gold, a copper, a jester, 2 curses. Seems low. Storeroom. And the other 6 cards. Well, because there's another menagerie, so it's storyteller, menagerie, hunting party, bazaar, market square. Yeah, okay, that checks out. So 7 stop cards. Hunting party draws one of them, so 6 stop cards. We've also got the other storyteller, so we don't need to do that much. I think I'll play the bazaar. Okay, well now, what can this hunting party draw? Like curse? Oh, it can draw bazaar. Okay. Or storeroom. Okay. So is 5 coins too many? I think it might be, yeah. Especially because we have another menagerie that we can activate. Yeah, I think we play the storyteller now. We can activate it with the storeroom, I mean. Okay. So... Oh, I should have smuggled the market square before I triggered the shuffle. Whoops. But I want to... Storeroom... 3 gold, a curse, and an estate. No, a copper. Because we have another copper down there. Alright, and then spending money, or discarding for money to then draw with Storyteller doesn't actually do anything, but we are going to draw 3 with the Menagerie. Out of 6. 7, 8 if we gain 2 more golds. The Bazaar draws 1, so that's 4. And then so we want to put 4 coins onto the Storyteller, which we can do with Bazaar. Yeah, okay, so... I think we just don't discard anything now. And we play this. Catapult. Should be the curse, I think. And activate the or do the Jester hit as well. Alright. So we need to play the 1 copper. Right? It's +1 card and then, yeah, okay. We're going to overdraw by 1 because of the Bazaar. Oh, no, by a bunch because of the market squares. Oops. Whatever. I don't know what there was to be done about that. Okay. So I want another catapult. I think it's time to get a province. And the storeroom stuff, I mean, we could go like double menagerie storeroom or something, and that increases our draw and potentially also our payload, depending on sequencing. Could also just take another province. Hmm. Hmm. The bot catapulted 2 golds, so that's... I have 6, that's 7, 8 out of 11, so the bot only has 3 golds left? The bot, like, does not have much payload right now. And its draw to be able to get back into hand with the market square stuff is pretty weak, too. That's surprising. I guess it went into last turn with 4 gold, and then it gained 1 and trashed 2. Yeah, that does check out. That's just... Anyway, this makes me feel like I don't need another province, is where I'm going with that. We'd also do, like, hunting party storeroom or bazaar storeroom rather than the double menagerie. The nice thing about the double menagerie is if we do activate them, it's like every activated menagerie is effectively like more money that we have because we, don't need as much from the storytellers. I think I'll go with that. Oh, you trashed the jester. Okay. Come on. There we go. A gold, bazaar, and a jester. Alright. Let's... I mean, there's probably an argument for smuggling a gold, but I'm just going to take another bazaar. Nice and simple. Okay. Guess we start playing the hunting parties. Discarded a market square. That's annoying. And, well, yeah. Mostly the market square. Again, there's a question of like how much to feed in the storyteller. This deck is really quite complicated to pilot. Oh, here's the storeroom. Okay. Let's go ahead and cycle 1 storyteller, 2 golds, and a province. Discard a market square for coins. I probably should have cycled the market square. I was thinking, I want to activate that with the catapult, but probably it makes more sense to wait on that. This can draw a bazaar, if nothing else. Okay. Or hunting party. Or menagerie. This has got to be enough stuff for the storyteller. Like, I don't know that I'm going to want to feed any more into this first storyteller, so I'm thinking play that now. Okay. So we can discard. Or with the storeroom. 4 gold, curse, copper. That's 5 cards. We need 1 more. I guess another gold. And now discard another gold. And we catapult curse. And we're ultimately going to probably do a copper, but doop doop. Activate Menagerie. Alright, now there's no way to activate the Menagerie again, so we can just play it. And 9 cards to get through. We do have 2 more market squares in there. Oh, I should have maybe considered playing the Jester sooner. Dang it. We're gonna have to spend some stuff on the Storyteller. The Bazaar is fine. Realistically, well... we could do another round of Market Square stuff. We only have the 2 of them, but... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We would want to draw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's over by 1. Okay, but we could just not play the fishing village. We can't count on like seeing that or seeing the market score or whatever. You gotta just draw it all, but I think I do want to catapult copper. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a pretty good amount of money. Probably want to get 1 more storyteller, just in case we draw a handful of gold. And then province. Wouldn't mind 1 more storeroom either. Hunting party storeroom. Yeah, I haven't given the bot any curses, which I was kind of planning to do because I care more about the quality of my deck than the disquality of the bot's deck. I don't think that's going to change. Okay, 4 provinces seems like an achievable goal here, I would say. think we can just go ahead and full play this storyteller. Okay. Hunting party. Alright, we got a province into hand. I'm gonna play Bazaar first. Probably. Do we want to play Hunting Party first? Like, before we do the storeroom menagerie stuff is basically what I'm wondering about. I'm gonna say no. Just discard these 5. And then discard these 2. And these 2. This? Should we go that crazy with it? Sure, why not? Aha! Excellent. Okay. Play Hunting Party again. Okay. I guess that's probably a storeroom, because I don't think we drew a storeroom, and then we did play another Hunting Party. Although, where's the other storeroom? I don't know. Whatever. Play Bazaar. It's a Smugglers. Okay, fine. Whatever. Where are my other storerooms? I don't know. I mean, obviously in the discard pile, but well, let's get another Bazaar into the shuffle, I guess. Go ahead and play Jester 2. Okay. There's a storeroom. Okay. I think discard these 4. Maybe. Oh, yeah, these 4, I think. And 1 menagerie? I'm not gonna be able to activate 3 of them. Okay. It's maybe time to just play the storyteller and eat 11 coins. There's all of our market squares. Now's a good time for the catapult. Just catapult a curse. We could... If we could gain 3 more golds... I could see it being the case that we have the option to pile on golds. Could see it. Okay, we can... We do have another storyteller down there, so we can do a whole bunch of cycling and activate this menagerie. We play the hunting party first? We probably do, yeah. Play the bazaar first. I mean, ideally, we'd play like 2 things and trigger the shuffle. I don't know if that's going to be an option. It is an option. Okay. I'll make sure I don't screw this up. If I catapult fishing village, if 5 coins, we also have a gold that we can feed to the storyteller and a copper. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. And we're going to draw 3 with the menagerie. That's 13 out of 6, 9 is 15, and then potentially with the market square is 16, 17, 18. That is a little bit much. Dang. What to do? Oh, wait, I'm discarding one too many golds. That's 14, 17. The market squares themselves are just, like, it doesn't, seeing them or not doesn't really matter. We could discard 2 market squares, and then we have an extra card to draw, and so 9 and 5 is 14, 15, 16. And then storyteller draws 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Menagerie draws 3, so that's 13, 14, 15, 16, and I said 16 cards? Okay, that works. We don't have to activate the other menagerie. We would... Well, okay, I should count that as well, though. So it's 10 cards from the storyteller, 13 from the menagerie, 14 from the other menagerie. We'll have 15... Yeah, it's got to be 2 market squares. Okay. Alright, so 10, 11... No, 10... Yeah, we're overdrawing by 1. Unless we risk... We could go with 12. And actually, we're guaranteed to draw one of the 2 market squares then? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Maybe over-optimized, but damn it. Yeah, I guess I didn't really have to worry about my next turn and setting up a bad next turn. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I should have taken 1 more gold so that I could get, what, 1 more duchy? Not that that matters very much. Yeah, as with, I think it was yesterday, another deck that was, like, fun, but very thinky, clicky. The bot... Yeah, it clicked on some of the good cards, but it didn't really put it all together. I'm not really sure why. It never got a smugglers, which surprises me. I probably could have played with more smugglers. There wasn't any particular reason that I didn't. Just, I mean, I guess it's like you have the variety deck, and like you're not going to play with 1 gold on this board, but playing with 1 jester and 1 smugglers does like make it easier to do the stuff with hunting party and menagerie, at least, especially menagerie, of course. But you do have plus actions, so it wouldn't be that difficult to get these out of hand. Like, you have a lot of plus actions in the end. Like, I had 6 bazaars and 2 fishing villages, so yeah, that's a lot of terminal space. Definitely wasn't using it all. So yeah, like I said, I probably could have played with more of that stuff. Yeah, figuring out how much to put into the storyteller is definitely complicated. I'm actually pretty happy with how I handled it. Like normally, I feel like I screw that up worse, but I think I did okay here. Um, Not perfectly, but okay. But yeah. So I think maybe yeah, the bot not getting smugglers probably not really the issue. I think the issue is the bot never really had proper deck control. And I think that's because it didn't get storyteller. Like Hunting Party is a great card. Well, it only had 3 of them anyway. But but it doesn't draw a big deck by itself. Like it's a like if you compare it to Lab, right? Lab is a nice card to have in your deck, but it doesn't really it struggles to draw a deck by itself. Hunting Party is better at it because if you have junk in your deck, Hunting Party is going to jump across some of it, and even if you're not like putting your entire deck into your hand, you're going to get to see all of your key cards, as long as you don't have need a bunch of copies of the same key card that isn't Hunting Party. But it doesn't. Yeah, if you have a small enough deck, Hunting Party by itself can be enough draw. But most good decks are going to want more draw than that. Here you do have Menagerie, but it's going to be tough in general to activate Menagerie multiple times per turn without some manipulation stuff like I was doing with Storeroom. And I think you could play this board without doing the Menagerie Storeroom thing, and I think it'd be fine, right? Like I don't know. You could argue that was like a luxury thing that I was doing. I mean, having a Storeroom in the deck or two, it can also be nice just in a deck that has a lot of these payload stop cards, just to, especially, you've got the duration plus actions from Fishing Village. So it's like, if you have a hand, you draw a hand, it's like, oops, I drew a bunch of gold. If you happen to draw it with a Storeroom, you can cycle that out. Like that's, if anything, more likely to save your turn than like a single Hunting Party would be or something. I never really ran into issues with that, which I totally could have, right? I mean, granted, I gained, the amount of gold that I have here is a little unrepresentative because I gained 5 gold in the last turn, so that's like almost a 50% increase. But and then like the turn before that, I don't know how many gold I gained, but let's see, 2. So it's 5 gold each of the last 2 turns. Yeah, that's so. In terms of my like dudding risk, in my gold took off in the last couple turns, so it wasn't as bad for most of the game. But anyway, nonetheless, I think you could play without the Storeroom Menagerie stuff. I mean, the early Menageries against Catapult, I think, are good, to be clear. But I think you could just draw with Storyteller, basically, plus like the Hunting Parties, and if you happen to activate a Menagerie, and be fine with that. But I do think that getting Storyteller relatively early makes a lot of sense here. Like it not only like is going to give you more draw than just Hunting Party. It also lets you put more gold into the deck, which in turn means you have more payload, and like you can do the thing like I was doing where you discard a bunch of market squares for gold, and then you Storyteller a gold, which in turn draws you more gold. So like you're net benefiting from that. Or even like the Storeroom discards some stuff for money, right? And then like Menagerie okay, you discard a couple cards, activate Menagerie, and then like you feed the money that you got from the Storeroom back into Storyteller, so that part's break even. But then if you activated the Menagerie, that's net draw, and then if that net draw means you're drawing golds from the market squares, and that's payload and all that stuff. So yeah, I think Storyteller is a really important card here, and I think that's probably the main reason that the bot just like wasn't getting too much going, is that it didn't play with Storyteller. I guess the other thing, I mean, maybe this is related, because without having Storyteller in the deck, the bot didn't have enough deck control to draw too much gold anyway. So like the catapulting the golds, like I was thinking about that earlier in the game before the bot started giving me curses, but I don't think the bot was in a position to be doing what it was doing with that. I mean, granted, I guess if you're losing, like, if you're losing, you're losing, right? That's it's going to be bad kind of no matter what. But I think it would have made more sense for that to go the other direction, if anything, where like I was like, oh, I can afford to spare some gold to catapult and give the bot curses, which I totally could have. But then because the bot was giving me curses, I was like, well, I don't want the curses in my deck, so I'd rather just trash those. I don't care about attacking the bot enough. I mean, I guess I did attack it with copper anyway, at least the previous turn. I didn't on the last turn, but I did probably like on all the other turns. But yeah, I was definitely thinking like at some point I'll catapult 1 gold per turn and give curses. But if I'm getting curses, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay, I'll just not bother, because I don't want the curses in my deck. But the bot didn't really have the payload like I did to be able to afford to feed 1 or even 2 golds. Or like, it was also doing like, instead of catapulting the gold, it was like catapulting expensive action cards or whatever. Yeah, it was just like, you don't really have your deck doesn't really have the capability to be like feeding this much stuff into the wood chipper. So yeah, anyway, pretty interesting kingdom. I think in a mirror, it might have been significantly more unpleasant. Smugglers can be a card that creates unpleasantness for sure. Catapult, Jester even can be, although I think here Jester's mostly fine. Like it's more likely to gain you stuff, and that's really only going to be tilting if you like your opponent hits like a critical card to trigger a pile out. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.